We're going to call the meeting of the Community Redevelopment Agency to order. Roll call, please.
Chair Burns.
Here.
Vice Chair Markert.
Here.
Deputy Vice Chair Casal. Here. Commissioner Carney.
Here.
And Commissioner Long.
Here.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for the approval of the agenda? And a second?
I'll second it.
Vice Chair Markert.
Yes.
Deputy Vice Chair Casal. Yes. Commissioner Carney.
Yes.
Commissioner Long.
Yes.
And Chair Burns.
Yes. Okay, we are now at public comment, and you said that we have one. Okay, so let's get that one first, and then we'll call for the public.
Good afternoon. My name is Reginald Cox, 715 MLK Drive, Delray Beach, Florida. I would like to thank Commissioner Tom Markert and also Commissioner Angela Burns, Commissioner Rob Long, and others who have been attending the set transformation plan update process. It's been a long time coming. We'd like to thank you for your continued participation, support of the community. To that end, I strongly urge the board to select option C regarding the 800 block and cancel the RFQ or put it on hold and wait for the set transformation plan update process to be completed. Due to the site being contaminated for years, it may be best suited for a centrally located parking garage to relieve the anticipated future parking / traffic burdens coming to West Atlantic. This is as a result of the future cohesive development being planned. Due to the amount of vacant land as well as contiguous vacant land, we have an opportunity to let urban design and planning strategies, along with the community input, make an intentional connection that complements east of Swinton and not take away from it. Always remember, delayed doesn't mean denied, and we are closer than ever, and we all deserve to get it right. So again, I urge the board to let the set transformation plan process play out. It's due to be completed in a finality by January. And we look at an opportunity really to make a strong connection with east of Swinton with the opportunity that we have west of Swinton. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. The floor is now open for public comment from the public. This is a this public.
Go ahead. Thanks. Tim Hernandez here today with Rick Castor. We understand, you've issued an RFP for this. You're on West Atlantic for one block. Okay. We kind of think the way you're going about this is an unforced error. The overriding goals of any RFP and redevelopment in this area should be to help the community the most, be a catalyst for the redevelopment of the entire corridor and surrounding neighborhood, and be an attractive gateway to the city. To accomplish this, we believe a master plan covering the 6, 7, and 800 blocks is smarter than a piecemeal, one block at a time approach. Master plan will allow for a more cohesive design, compatibility uses. Master plan will result in cost savings through shared infrastructure such as parking, solid waste, utilities, drainage. Civil and landscape design costs will be reduced and better coordinated. Master plan will allow a picture of positive change and momentum to be painted, which will make it easier to attract higher quality tenants. It will provide more flexibility in finding the best location for tenants and will create synergy. Master plan will make it easier to finance, reducing the number of lenders. Master plan will increase accountability. The city and tenants will have a single entity to deal with as inevitably issues arise. That single entity will have the ability to resolve those issues. Our development team, Rick and I, along with Brian at Azure, Delray based, we've been building in the city for 25 years. Love the city. I think we've earned the respect of staff by doing what we say that we'll do. We have a track record of actually getting things built, many projects that we can point to over this period of time. In fact, Coda and Atlantic Grove, the only two developments with significant residential components built west of Swinton in the last 40-plus years. Quezon Redevelopment by Azure is the third. So the latest example of how well master planning works is the development that Rick and I did in Pompano Beach on the fishing village site in their East CRA. That site has been beyond transformational in many ways, socially, economically, and in terms of changing the whole image and identity of that community. We sent you a plan for West Atlantic a few months ago, all of you. This plan, we think, has superior site design, architecture, high quality of public and private spaces, and is in scale with its surrounding. It's, most importantly, unlike the last two efforts, it's practical and feasible. We can build it. In fact, we can build it, we can be under construction in less than 12 months. It's got a range of housing opportunities, it's close to employment and supportive of local businesses, provides needed neighborhood services, grocery, healthcare, and finance, which have been long identified as the needs for that area. I have like 30 seconds?
30 seconds.
Okay. Creates opportunities for neighborhood participation before, during, and after construction. Piecemeal approach will be slower. Results will likely be substandard. Project's been talked about for years. It's been over 20 years since Atlantic Grove broke ground. There's no need to wait any longer. Whether it's our group or another group, best chance of success is by awarding all 3 blocks to one developer, ideally one with a practical plan and a track record of performance in the city.
Thank you. Anyone else for public comment?
Hi, Rick Castor with Azure. We've been doing master plan communities, I have, for 40 years, and there's no doubt about it that if the goal is not only to support the immediate neighborhood, but to act as a catalyst for a larger area, that master planning the 3 blocks together is a no-brainer. You can ask Anthea, you have professional staff. It would be, a private developer would never do one-off because you're not going to create the dynamicism that you need really to make it, to have a fundamental impact. So to do it one-off, you're kind of just shooting yourself in the foot. I mean, we put a tremendous amount of thought and effort into curating these projects to get the right mix of tenants, in addition to a grocery store that we know is a priority, financial services, healthcare, combining it in a series of 1, 2, and 3-story buildings. This is going to create the link that you want, not only for as the dual purpose of, it's 3 purposes. One is obviously the immediate neighborhood and showing something that hasn't happened there in decades. But it's a gateway to the city, and it's a way to connect West Atlantic with the downtown. And I think that's what's fundamental, because everybody drives down this road, they want to see it connected, they want to see one community, and the way to do that is by master planning this and allowing it to help support all the other development that could then occur.
Thank you. Anyone else for public comment?
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Sarah Selznick. I live at 1700 Northwest 2nd Ave, Delray Beach. I'm here on behalf of Shared Future Foundation, Village Academy's Legacy Farmers, and many community partners to introduce a proposal for 29 6th Avenue called Regenerating Roots. This project reimagines a vacant lot owned by the CRA on 6th Avenue as a green, cultural, and educational hub. Our 5th graders will be designing and planting an urban farm and developing a micro-business from the goods that grow from it. These amazing kids, working alongside the West Atlantic Redevelopment Coalition, Village Academy, Soil and Soul, Pathways to Prosperity, and General Landscaping, will be building something that's both beautiful and beneficial. Over 60 native and fruit trees have been planted on 33 Southwest 6th Avenue, the neighboring lot. Currently, Shared Future Foundation owns 3 parcels surrounding this lot, and on those other lots is developing with the SET community a nonprofit co-working space called The Hive, a tea shop, bookstore, and retail space called Harvest House, an outdoor event venue, and also supporting Delray Community Missionary Baptist Church, our neighbor, to beautify their space and open it for additional community uses. Within a minute of meeting the legacy farmers for the first time, they asked, "Why can't we do that land too?" referring to 29 Southwest 6th Ave. I shared we could explore that possibility together, and here we are tonight. A formal proposal has been submitted, and we are grateful to share our ideas with you. Our goal is to activate this site in a way that invests in the set's future through native landscaping, food forests, outdoor classrooms, and pop-up spaces for community activation. It's development that uplifts, not displaces. We know the CRA is committed to affordable housing, and we share that goal. In fact, Shared Future Foundation is developing attainable homes and rentals on other sites we own. This parcel on the commercial corridor, we hope you agree, is best suited for community gathering and commercial activation. Regenerating Roots is more than a beautification project. It's a living demonstration of what's possible when residents, schools, and local organizations come together to invest in people and place. Thank you for your time and for considering this community-led proposal.
Thank you.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Dana Tate. I'm a resident at 114 Northwest 18th Street in Delray Beach. I'm also here as the 5th grade teacher at Village Academy and club sponsor for the Legacy Farmers Club. I've been a teacher at Village for the last 9 years. Too many of our 5th and 8th grade students are falling behind in science, not because they lack ability, but because they lack opportunity. The numbers may be discouraging, but they don't reflect our children's potential. As you will see tonight, they are bright, curious, and full of promise. They just need learning that feels real, relevant, and alive. I'm so proud of them and proud to be their teacher. That's what Legacy Farmers offers: hands-on, project-based learning rooted in science, culture, and community. Since launching, my 5th graders have thrown themselves into the work, writing essays in their free time, advocating for this project, and choosing to learn outside instead of behind screens. They're discovering that science isn't just something you study, it's something you live. Through project-based learning, students see that science isn't confined to books. It lives in their hands, their history, and their homes. They grow the same herbs and vegetables their ancestors once did, reconnecting culture and curiosity. When families come together to cook, plant, and celebrate, children realize that science is a part of who they are, a living legacy of resilience, wisdom, and joy. Expanding this project will let us grow even more, literally and figuratively. With more space, we can serve more students, extending the program from 5th grade through middle school, and the possibility of partnering with institutions like FAU to bring in college mentors, research collaborations, university-level STEM experiences right here in Delray Beach. This project is so much more than a garden or a food forest. It's an investment in Delray's youth, its families, and its cultural and environmental future. It aligns directly with the CRA's mission, building community wealth, revitalizing the set, and creating opportunity through education, sustainability, and local pride. Our students are proving that when they're trusted with responsibility, they rise to it. They're growing confidence, leadership, and vision, and now all they need is the space to keep going.
Thank you.
Good evening, Delray Beach Commissioners and CRA board members. How are you today? My name is Naika Vanel, and today I present to you why we need to acquire the property at 29 Southwest 6th Avenue, Delray Beach for the Legacy Farmers Club. As a member of the Legacy Farmers Club, I have learned just how amazing nature is. Many children and adults don't realize this. This piece of property will inspire people to want to plant a seed for our generations and generations to come. The legacy farmers need the property to show kids and adults how to grow plants, take care of nature, and even how important it is to keep our city and land healthy and clean. We are trying to make a safe, calm, and relaxing food forest for people and children to relax, explore, and learn. Next, we need the property because we are treating it like a landfill, because people are treating it like a landfill or a garbage dump. We want to stop this and transform this into a beautiful, colorful food forest. We want to show the community how the proper care of the land can benefit all of us. This experience should be something that all children and adults can experience. It has changed my perspective on animals, nature, and plants. I learned how nature provides us a lot of important things to everyone's life. For example, I never knew trees provided us oxygen, which is so important to our bodies. Being able to gain such knowledge will be an advantage to all children. Thank you for considering our request for the property.
Thank you.
Good evening, Commissioner and the CRA board member. My name is Jean, and I am a 5th grade student at Village Academy. I am a member of the Legacy Garden Club at my school. I'm here tonight to ask your help to improve our community. We are here to ask that you give our group the property at 29 Southwest 6th Street, owned by the CRA. We will have some very exciting plans for this piece of property. We will plan to turn the property into a food forest and an urban farm. As the plant grow and produce fruit and herbs, my friends and I will start small businesses to use some of the things we grow to make products and sell them to our community. We also can plan to provide natural education to the adults and children in our community. First, our food forest and urban farm will give the community free food, and we can sell healthier, greener products. We can also help young children learn how to start and grow a small business. For example, I am hoping to make the delicious Benedict pudding grown by me for my friends and family. I know you want to have some. As I learn to start my business, I can use what I learned when I become a teenager and adult. I also can share what I learned with other kids who have big dreams of their own. I know the CRA and Commissioner has plans to support small business in our community. We can help. Next, we can clean up the pollution and encourage others to do the same. We also can support native plants and animals. We also can beautify the neighborhood. We will clean up the pollution by picking up trash until it looks nice. When we clean it, the whole neighborhood might clean it up too, and the whole community will look nice and be healthy. Planting more trees will help native animals by giving them food and a home. Also, planting native plants will save water and clean out the air. As food first and urban farmers is great for the neighborhood and the environment. Last, we can help and educate adults and children. We can help adults and children for their own properties to grow their own food. This will help them save gas and save money because they won't have to go to the store. We also can help adults and children increase their test score on their science test. This will help them learn about science from us, like plant adaptation, plant structures, and healthy food. We can teach them how plants and animals work together. Thank you for your time. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, City Commissioners. My name is Kaylee Miller, and I am a member of the Legacy Gardeners Club at Village Academy. I'm here today to ask permission to use the property at 29 Southwest 6th Avenue, Delray Beach, owned by the CRA. We are trying to create a food forest, and we are also trying to make an urban farm where people can come and get food from our forest. The Legacy Gardeners would like to change and clean up that dirty piece of land and bring it back to life. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we go to the hive and we plant stuff there and clean up the land because we want to turn it into a food forest. Last time I was there, my friend found a full dirty diaper in the bushes. We want the property to come alive, and because of that trash, it is killing plants and animal life and creating pollution and killing the beautiful grass and turning it ugly. Also, we want to educate both kids and adults. And a food forest is an edible forest that you can eat from. We are going to plant things like trees that produce fruit, bushes that produce fruit like blueberries, strawberries, and watermelon, and trees like avocado trees. These trees will help the CRA's current project to plant more trees in the set. The food that we grow can be given out to people in the community. We are also planning to run workshops for children and adults on how to start food forests and gardens in their own yards to help them get free and healthy food all run by us kids. I hope you will consider giving us the land, because the Legacy Farmers Garden Club we are starting this year will last for many years to come and hopefully grow. I want all kids to get the same experience I am getting, and adults to learn more about the environment to make a greener place for me and my children to grow up. The Legacy Farmers Garden Club is a special place to me because I can learn how to plant different plants like avocados, blueberries, watermelon, banana trees, mango trees, and sugar apple trees. Lastly, P.S. I love going to the garden club because we can learn something new every day.
Thank you.
Good evening, commissioners and CRA board members. My name is Samaya. I am a 5th grade student at Village Academy. I am a member of the Legacy Gardeners Club at my school. We ask for your help to improve our community. The Legacy Farmers Club was formed this year to make the property behind the hive a food forest and urban farm. We are called the Legacy Farmers because we hope to change the land behind the hive and have more kids after us to take care of it when we leave. With a new food forest, we can learn about science, how to make products from what we grow, and we can teach other kids and adults in our community too. The Legacy Farmers Club will help to teach children all about science, how to conduct scientific investigations, how to grow different plants and fruits, nutrients, and how to take care for animals and the nature around them. The food forest will also educate adults in our community. The students who are in this program plan to share what they have learned with everyone we know. We are inviting parents and community members to many different events to teach them all about the plants, animals, and environment we are a part of. Garden Club is not just a club where we can learn about gardening and having fun. It is about working together as a team to plant stuff and help people know what we know. Some things we learn at Garden Club are how to grow our own food, work as a team to get what we want, how to grow different types of plants, help the earth and nature around us, and lastly, to help us improve our science skills. Thank you for your time. Please feel free to visit our garden.
Thank you.
Good evening, commissioners and CRA board members. My name is Claudia. I am a 5th grade student at Village Academy. I am a member of the Legacy Gardeners Club at my school. I am here tonight to ask for your help to improve my community. We are here to ask that you donate the property at 29 Southwest 6th Avenue, Delray Beach, owned by CRA to our group. We want to acquire the land in order to grow edible plants, fruits, and vegetables. We want the garden to be colorful and full of life. We want to create a gift shop for people to buy what we grow. Also, we can make items out of what we grow and sell them to the community. This will help us to teach people and other kids how to start our own small businesses. I want to make a Haitian cooking seasoning called ippies from the plants we grow. By changing the land to a food forest and an urban farm, we can explain and teach people about what we grow and why. The food forest will help us educate ourselves and lots of other kids and adults. As a member of the Garden Club, it is the best club because we are learning how to grow fruits and vegetables. This is why having that piece is so important to us. During Gardening Club, I get to learn about all the different ways to grow plants, vegetables, and fruits. I hope one day this property is a place where I can bring my family. By having this property, your club can host community events such as family cooking night, family harvest night, garden art night, family showcase of learning, taste test night, music in the garden, and planting day. Thank you for listening to all the reasons why the donation of this property to the Gardening Club would be great for our community.
Thank you.
Good evening, Commissioners and CRA board members. My name is Araya Anderson, and I'm a fifth grade student at Village Academy. We are here to ask that you can give our property at 29 Southwest 6th Avenue, Delray Beach, owned by the CRA. The Legacy Farmers Project is about changing 2 vacant lots into a food forest and urban farm for our neighborhood. We are going to be farmers, and we will plan to educate ourselves about growing a lot of plants and maybe even raising chickens to make more food and more healthy veggies and help the community. We can help everyone in our community, including ourselves and our families. Doing our project, we plan to grow plants and learn from different people how to make different natural products like tea, soap, salsa, and spices. By learning how to do this, I can learn how to start a business to make more money as I grow older. Someone has to put me through college. Our urban farm will help our community and the environment. We can help save native plants and animals, all while getting cleaner air and trash-free space to play and learn. The garden club is so important to me in my school because I like to be outside with my friends and learning how to make new things, taste new foods, and how to clean up my community. We can go on field trips, and I can be excited to make all kinds of merchandise to sell and learn with my friends how to start a business. I also think it's important to have beautiful, clean, and natural spaces for me to play with my friends. Everyone should care about our earth, and I want to teach others how to make their properties as cool as ours will be.
Thank you.
Good evening, City Commissioners. My name is Giovanni Sanin, and I am a student at Village Academy. I am a member of the Legacy Gardening Club at my school. I am here tonight to ask you for your help to improve the community. We are here to ask to give our group the property at 29 Southwest 6th Avenue, Delray Beach, owned by the CRA. The Legacy Gardening Club would like to upgrade the land by making a food forest. Let me tell you what it is. A food forest is a place where trees and shrubs and plants produce food that is edible. They also create a space for welcoming wildlife. It provides a space where kids can come and learn about plants in a safe environment. Also, students can try new fruits and vegetables. So far, we have learned how to germinate and plant many types of herbs and vegetables. I have learned about the Florida ecosystems and why it is important to plant plants that are adapted to the environment. Please consider giving us the property. I love coming to Gardening Club because it helps me learn about the plants, and it is fun to know about things that I ignored about the plants' adaptations. Learning more about the plants make me feel like I'm growing with them every single second and every week and every single year. I want to be able to keep coming to Gardening Club as I go through middle school and high school and give other kids and adults the same experience.
Thank you.
Good evening, Commissioners and CRA board members. My name is Aiden, and I am a 5th grade student at Village Academy. I am a member of the Legacy Farmers Club at my school. We are here to ask you that you give our group the property at 29 Southwest 6th Avenue, Delray Beach, owned by the CRA. We plan to change the land into a food forest, learning space, and urban farm. A food forest is an awesome forest of fruit trees you can eat. Our urban farm and food forest will be helpful for the environment of Delray Beach. For example, we are going to clean up the property where people have been dumping their garbage and that is full of weed and dead grass. After we clean it up, we are going to plant a food forest that will give people who need it in the community free food. Some plants that we must grow are mango trees, avocado trees, guava trees, dragon fruit trees, and bushes like blueberries, and plants like strawberries, all the good things to eat. We will welcome everyone and bring a smile to the face of our community. This area will also support the native wildflower by giving them a place to live. We will help to add more trees to set the neighborhood. We want to expand the Legacy's Farmer Club into the next piece of land because we will be able to grow more food for the community. When it is finished, it will be beautiful and give me, my family, and the community delicious food. So far, I have learned how to grow stuff and to work together and to help people. We are working our hardest to grow this urban farm and food forest. We even sold some of our plants at a market. When we sell fruit and vegetables and other gifts, we will use that money to make more fruit, vegetables, and flowers, and we can keep the business going. Thank you for your time. Bye.
Thank you.
Good evening, commissioners and CRA board members. My name's LaShonda. I am a part of the 5th grade club asking for your property. We are going to turn that land at the Hive into a food forest, urban farm, start our own small businesses, and educate ourselves so we can start a nature education program led by kids for other kids and adults. At our farm and forest, kids and adults can learn science and nature. Children will learn how to grow their own food and all about native gardens. We will also give free food and plants to our community. For example, if a kid is so hungry and he thinks, "What am I going to eat today?" Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I will go to the Hive down the street and get healthy food there. Adults will have different activities like family cook night, where families cook with us and use our produce. We can teach the adults. We can also let tours of our food forest too. The Legacy Farm Club reminds me of my great-great-grandmother. She loved being in nature, and when I am in the garden, I feel like she is right by me all the times. I had learned a lot in our club. I have learned all about plants and seeds. I also tried 2 different types of avocados and sold plants at the market. We made $200. Kids and adults will make friends at the Hive while they are working together, learning together. We will have an amazing time together, and we will make the city of Delray Beach a better place. Thank you for your time.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening, City Commissioners and CRA board members. My name is Kendra. I am a 5th grade legacy farmer at Village Academy. Tonight, I am here to ask you for your land. As all my friends said, we have big dreams for your property. Right now, people think that your property is a junkyard. It is not a dumping yard. If we keep the property as a dumping yard, the environment will become a waste to the community. If the land was a food forest, the land would be beautiful and useful. Other people would learn about it and admire it, and wants to do the same to their yards. The environment will be healthy. It also will be healthy. It also feels good to be in nature. It helps me feel better and it helps me calm down and feels like I'm in a safe space. I have been in the Legacy Farmer since September. I have learned how much water trees need, different things you can make with plants, and how important plants and animals have to have a healthy environment. Imagine how much more we can learn and teach others in our community if we grow our forests in both lots. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good evening, commissioners and CRA board members. My name is Henry, and I am a 5th grade student at Village Academy. I also live in the Delray Beach community. I am a member of the Legacy Gardeners Club at my school with my partners. I'm here tonight to ask you for your help to improve our community and to ask that you give the land next to the hive to us. Our club was formed this year to transform the space behind the hive into a food forest and urban farm for our community. We hope to learn to grow our own food, use the plants we grow to start small businesses and sell products made from what we grow, and educate ourselves and others to improve the environment by growing their own food forests on their properties. A food forest is a place where you grow many types of edible plants. For example, we could grow fruits like fruit trees such as mango, jackfruit, and oranges. We could grow bushes such as blueberries and plants like strawberries. Right now, we have already planted banana trees, a mango tree, and a sugarcane plant. Just think of how much food we can grow if we had more land. The food we produce not only provides food for the community, our urban farm or food forest will be better for the environment. We can plant more trees to increase food supply and create less competition for native animals. We can also help the CRA with their project to increase the number of trees in the area. More trees means more shade, cleaner air, and a beautiful community. Changing the land to a food forest will also decrease pollution. The trees can make the air cleaner to decrease air pollution. Lastly, the Legacy Farmers Club will help educate both kids and adults to grow and to connect to the environment around them. The city should care because some people want to grow a garden in their backyard, but they cannot. Also, some kids like to garden, and when they try to make a plant, it doesn't even germinate. We can help them by selling gardening kits, but adults like to garden too, so we can sell plants and send people home with the guide to take care of them. Finally, we can sell our produce and spend money on our garden to make it more beautiful and better for the environment. Sincerely, Henry D.
Thank you. Yes. I just want to thank all of the members of the Garden Club for coming to share your ideas and your essays. It took me back to the classroom. Thank you. Did a great job. Thank you.
Madam Chair, if I
Yes.
might, just for purposes of clarification, I'm sure the board's aware of it for the benefit of the public. In light of the fact that this is an unsolicited proposal, the code of silence is in effect. So you cannot talk about the item this evening.
Okay. Thank you. But we can request that it go on the agenda for a future meeting.
Yes, ma'am, but we'll have to consider that administratively.
Okay.
And then, thank
Sure.
you.
Thank you.
Montre Bennett, 323 Northwest 2nd Avenue. Good evening. This is preserving. This is legacy. This is the right thing to do. Speak, children. Whitney Houston once said, I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them the beauty that they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. This is their call, and they know what's happening presently, and this would be a lasting impact on their future. I support these students in the ask of giving this land not to only flourish the land, but to flourish them as beings. Legacy, leaders engaged, growing agricultural currency in their young, bright minds. Green space is needed. Yes, in order for wealth to be spread, each block needs to be built individually. I would like to know, what does this request for qualifications cover? Is it granting access to do this project? Is it giving this person the access to do the project on Northwest 8th Avenue? Or are we just wasting our time to see who is qualified to build the project? And are we going to go back out and do a whole process to to grant this project to be done, because at one point I know we did not want containers, and I know we talked about doing a modular project, but again, in the set transformation plan, this whole project was never to be on Atlantic Avenue at all. And I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you. Sure.
Jamal D. Weatherspoon, 28 Southwest 13th Avenue, Delray Beach, Florida. Greetings to the dais. Salute to all who thought it not a waste of your time to make time to be here today. With regard to this project, one, salute to all of the organizations who got their things together to put their name in the hat, so to speak, with regard to this construction project. With that being said, number one, we absolutely, and I say we because while Atlantic has historically been split, there is but one Atlantic in the same way that there is but one Delray Beach. With that being said, I think it does beg the question with this development project. Is it development with regards to infrastructure and or development with regards to the people that surround it? I will not profess to be someone who gets in the way of progress. With that being said, we have to consider civic design with a soul. And so in what ways outside of structure are we really going to get the best return on our investment with regard to our people, right? 1 year of prosperity, plant rice. 30 years of prosperity, plant trees. 100 years of prosperity, invest in people. So any proposal, whether we decide to move forward with what it is that we are currently doing, or we decide to throw it all away and start from scratch, if there is not a hard line, not just design, but signed, sealed, and delivered commitment to accountability and responsibility for the environment, meaning the community, but also, yes, the environment that these structures inhabit, what is it but another empty shell that will add to the list of revolving door businesses that has been along Atlantic Ave that I've seen for the last 36 years. It's not a question, it's not a comment, just food for thought. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, members of the CRA. My name is Clint Oster, and I'm here to speak about the property at 29 6th Avenue. And as the owner of General Landscape, I'm here to express my full support for the Shared Future Foundation Regenerating Roots project on historic 5th Avenue. My company has proudly served Delray Beach for over 3 decades, and I share the vision of transforming the vacant, underused space into thriving, sustainable landscapes that reflect the beauty and resilience of the set. The Regenerating Roots initiative offers a unique opportunity to combine community development, environmental stewardship, and education in one impactful project. General Landscaping is committed to support the general ongoing maintenance of the site to ensure it remains a vibrant and well cared for community asset. In addition, we will teach students and residents about native plants, food forests, and regenerative landscape practices, helping to build both environmental knowledge and local capacity. I commend the Shared Future Foundation and its partners for leading a model of development that connects people to the land and legacy, and I look forward to contributing to the long-term success of this community and Delray Beach. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, good evening. My name is Pablo Del Real with Soil and Soul. We share office space at 34 Southwest 5th Avenue, part of the campus in question here, which is adjacent to 29 Southwest 6th Avenue. I'd like to share a little bit about the recent history of green space in Delray Beach since 2010 or so is the modern kind of era of this, and I've been involved in it from about that time, so almost 15 years. Soil and Soul incubated the Delray Beach Children's Garden. That was our project for 5 years. It's still running and thriving. The Delray Beach Children's Garden had 18,000 visits last year. So when we're talking about green space, we're not talking about solely generating some produce. We're talking about a destination. And we know Delray is a destination for many activities, but since 2015, it's been a destination for children and nature at the Delray Beach Children's Garden. Soil and Soul also pioneered the tree giveaways back in 2012 as part of our development of Frog Alley Community Garden. We ran that garden for 5 years and returned the property to the owner, Iris Jones. So we've been around this space, and what we're looking at here today is something very unique. You're looking at permanent green space, because the spaces that I've mentioned were all on leased land. So it's like sleeping on the couch. We're not doing that over here. A local family foundation has sunk $1 million into the campus. And in that history that I've given you, those 10 years, 15 years, I can't recall any significant contribution from the city of Delray Beach or the CRA, unfortunately. You have a chance to do something different here. So I'm going to invite your attention just to 3 highlights here: vision, wisdom, and childhood. The very first public park built in the United States was Central Park in New York City. And it took vision from the commissioners at that time in 1850 to say, we're going to carve out some space for people to be well, and we're going to pay for it. 800 acres, Central Park, New York City. That's vision. Wisdom, the average annual temperature is going up every year. That's not going to change unless something else changes. These children are working on something that might mitigate the increasing average global temperature every year. Finally, childhood. Childhood is changing. It's been a massive experiment. It hasn't gone well the last 12 years with the screens. So this gives the children the chance to be children. So please support this request. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Chuck Ridley. I reside at 210 Northwest 2nd Avenue. And the young people that I saw, it is really easy to confuse them as children. Yeah, they are. But they're also leaders, not leaders of the future. They are leading right now in this moment in time. It was in the 5th grade that I got my first chance to come speak to what was then a city council. Now, I don't remember the day. I do remember the year. It was 1968. I do remember, yeah, that's when dinosaurs were. It was 1968, and it was a few weeks after the assassination of Dr. King. It was a Delta named Miss Athelon Brufford that brought her 5th grade class. And out of that 5th grade class, many of the people that are now very active as community leaders came. And so young people, Village Academy was built so that you could use that voice. I don't know if you're going to ever get them to agree with your ideas, but know that the power of the people is stronger than the people in power. Cultivate your voice. Utilize your voice to make change. You understand things that we will never see. Like, I got a phone that I can only call people on. You know how to do things that this group of wonderful people will never understand. So I want you to stand proud in your agency. I could not be more proud than to see you walk and have the conversation you just had with this body, but don't make this your last time. And in the words of the revolutionists, we want to give a shout, and our shout is, boom shakalaka.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Yvonne. 3905 Lonesome Boulevard. Chuck just made me do the same thing with these kids. I spent all my life in this city teaching kids just like this. But it brought me back to my childhood. 8th grade, Carolyn Sims had a contest for Miss Teen Town. And I recited the Gettysburg Address. And the rest is history. I won Miss Teen Town, and here I am. Those of you who are working with these adults know that you're doing the right thing. I had a college professor say, we might get here by accident, but we don't grow up by accident. So I just want to say I'm thrilled. Chuck, you made me remind, when you said about 5th grade, I thought about my 8th grade and the late Carolyn Sims, who poured into the young people in Boynton at the time, and Delray, and it brought back memories for me. So continue working, and I hope y'all do what these kids ask. Thank you very much.
Thank you. No other public comment? Public comment closed. All right, let's move on to the agenda. All right, we are motion to approve the consent agenda. Oh. Can I get a second?
Second.
Deputy Vice Chair Cassell?
Yes.
Commissioner Carney?
Yes.
Commissioner Long?
Yes.
Chair Burns?
Yes.
And Vice Chair Margaret?
Yes.
Okay, we will, let me just pause a minute until the movement stops, and then we will move on. Okay, we are at old business. Renee?
Yes. Evening, everyone. So the first item we have is the Redevelopment Advisory Committee follow-up. So let me.
I was going to defer, but you know what? I want to select one of the two who served us previously. Maybe you can help. I wasn't able to speak to them. So, two served previously. What are the sub areas that they're coming from? I'd like to pull from a sub area to try and make it as even as possible in the sub areas.
So the individuals that served before, actually, three of them have submitted, and they're each of them from a different sub area. So it's the first one, Miss Angela Hill.
So sub area 4.
Sub area 4, and then Christina Lebrevovic, sub area 7, and then Lucica Suarez, sub area 8.
And
all three served
How
before.
many do we have in the various sub areas? Do you have the map up? In other words, if we have none in 7, I would pick from 7. If we have 1 in 2, I want to pick from an area, so we try to make it as even.
So we only have submissions from sub areas 4, 7, and 8. So we're only selecting 3 people.
But is it the current makeup right now?
We don't have
We
any.
have none.
Right, it's nothing.
Okay.
Because we wanted one from each sub area. So it's almost like resetting, which we'll do, I guess, every year. So this is a completely fresh slate.
Okay. I guess I'll pick Miss Lebrevovic.
Lebrevovic. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Right, we had that.
So Renee, were you finished with what you were
Well,
saying?
so I was just going to kind of go through just that here's the information of the individuals who submitted, and the appointments are Casal, Burns, and Carney. So we can go based on who was appointed at the appointments from the last time we did this. Okay. So we can go straight there. That's fine.
So, Mayor, are you?
That's fine. Yeah, I mean, they've only served 1 year,
right
so far. I mean, I really do think we should give at least 2 years into the opportunity to serve 2 years. So I'm going to appoint Angela Hill, who's currently on there. Correct?
Yes.
Well, she was. Yes, she served on this last year. Correct.
Right. So she'd be. So this
she
would
could
give
do
her a
another.
second year.
Yes,
Correct?
reappointed. Yes, for another year.
So
yes.
that would be my
Okay.
suggestion.
Right. Okay.
Right. And then I will nominate Lucica Suarez.
All right.
Okay.
Perfect.
That was easy.
So same 3. So they'll serve another year. We said that they can do 2 2-year terms.
Yeah, we had this discussion. Remember, we said
Yes.
let's do it for a year. So we were going to do it, thinking about doing it for 2 years. They said let's try them out for a year.
Yes, because
we've done a good job working together.
Yes.
So.
Initially, it was 2 years. We had the longer term, and then we had the 1 year of let's see how this goes. So this will give them another year, and then they can come back and be request to be appointed again for another 2 years.
Okay.
And
all right. Thank you.
Pardon me. I have to depart. My the student I'm hosting is pulling in to Trinity right
now. Or you have to leave.
I have to leave. I have to depart.
Just checking. Yes. I didn't see any funeral people on there.
No. Bye. Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay, and then the second part of this item is discussing the assignments for the upcoming year. So our first meeting is in November. So I just wanted to know your thoughts on assignments for them. If you recall, this last year, fiscal year 24-25, we had them discussing West Atlantic Corridor, also reviewing the conceptual plan that we had created for the 600, 700, and 800 blocks of West Atlantic Avenue. So just wanted to get input.
I've thought that we had some idea at the last meeting, but I can't recall what it was. Commissioner Long, you have any thoughts?
I mean, these are still sort of the main issues at hand. I don't really recall if we'd come up with any other main issues. What did we come up with last time? Anything new?
We didn't say anything new. So one thing we could suggest is, we just purchased that property in Osceola Park, 235 Southeast 2nd. So if you wanted to add that as a discussion point. Yes, so I think yes. So we can add that as the first topic for them to talk about. And then we can adjust it because I think we had our meeting schedule here, yes. So we have our first meeting coming up on the 13th of November. So what we could do is start them off on that. If we want to add something else, we can do that in the meantime and then let them know in January.
Is that the property that was owned by Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Yes, that was the item that I was trying to recall. Okay,
yes.
Thank you.
So that'll basically take them into Osceola Park because we were in the set West Atlantic neighborhood. So now this will take them over to Osceola. So we could do that and start and then see where we are in a couple of months.
Okay.
That works.
All right.
Works
for me.
Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Renee, you're still on.
Still on, yes. Okay, so the next is the request for qualifications for CRA number 2025-01, Northwest 800 block West Atlantic Ave Progressive Design Build Project. So I'll have Christine start off with the background of this item and then jump in towards the end.
All right.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Christine Tibbs, Assistant Director. So if you may recall, the purpose of this redevelopment project is to activate the CRA-owned lots within the Northwest 800 block of West Atlantic Avenue with the goal of creating a unique commercial environment within the CRA district and the city of Delray Beach. The RFQ was issued on January 30th, 2025 with the purpose of seeking proposals from qualified proposers to provide information, qualifications, experience, and the proposed project approach for consideration to provide the necessary full-scale design build services to the CRA. The RFQ, go back one. The RFQ, this is a brief overview of what the RFQ entailed and the scope of services up on the screen right now. Thank you. So it would be broken down into two distinct phases, with phase one encompassing pre-construction and design, and then with the successful negotiation of a GMP, would then go into the construction phase. So it does have full-scale architecture, project management services, project cost development, and then phase two with construction and construction management services. The proposal due date was March 18th, 2025, and 3 proposers submitted timely. Then on June 12th, 2025, the evaluation committee met and then evaluated the proposers based on the requirements and the criteria listed on the screen. And then you'll also see the breakdown of the scoring for the 3 proposers: DMR Construction Services, Hatcher Construction and Development, Waypoint Contracting Incorporated. The scores are out of 300, and in front of you is the breakdown of the scores so that you can have a closer review as well. So this was initially brought to you on the August 28th, 2025 CRA board meeting. At that time, the CRA board decided to go forth and request oral presentations from the 3 proposers. And then on August 7th, 2025, a CRA board workshop occurred, and you all were presented with the 3 presentations from the 3 proposers. And at that time, we also said that the tabled item from August 28th would be brought back before you for consideration on October 28th, which is where we are right now.
Okay, thank you.
So here are the 3 options per the RFQ. The board has the following options: to accept the evaluation committee scores and award progressive design build agreement to the highest scoring proposer. Second option is to reject the evaluation committee scores, select the proposer that the CRA board believes will serve the CRA's best interests, and award the progressive design build to the selected proposer, or 3, to cancel the RFQ at this time and or reject all submitted proposals and or direct CRA staff to reissue the RFQ.
Okay, to the board, you have, yes.
I would have liked these grades a little earlier. It's hard for me to look at this and give and say, oh, I want to go this way or that way or any which way. And I hate to be, I'm already on record of thinking I really got my real doubts about this project to start with, but I certainly want to have an opportunity to understand these results better than just being given them now and then having to say, well, I either have to accept or reject. I don't know if I want to accept or reject because I haven't really read the results yet.
Okay.
So that's just, I hate to put things off because I don't like putting things off. In this project, we know this something needs to get done, whether it's this project or another project. It's just, I'm whatever the board wants to do, I'm fine with. That's my initial thought because I haven't had time to look at all these and figure out whether I agree or disagree with the analysis of it. That's where I am.
Commissioner Margaret?
I feel the same way, and the scores are very tight as well. There's not like a huge disparity, so I agree with Mr. Carney. I'd like to figure out a way that we could get a little deeper into it and just get a little more detail so we could make a more intelligent decision.
Commissioner Long?
This is dicey, the way that we're, this is how the process works. This isn't meant to indict anyone on the way we've been presented the information. I know there's been some headwinds with this, some pushback from the community, but this has been a long process and a long time coming. And I know some of the issues were based on these being like shipping containers and having that kind of look. But we saw these presentations and it did seem like now we're moving towards more of a modular design, which I had sort of hoped would assuage some of those concerns in the community. And, I have to go based on the presentation that I saw. And remembering that, I'm kind of leaning towards the DMR project because that to me was a vision that was, in my opinion, the best executed vision for the community. And it did feel like a more modular project that didn't look like just like shipping containers, which I think has led to a lot of the pushback from the community. But I will say, I think all 3 presentations were excellent. I think all 3 offered unique visions for the community that could certainly work. And so I'm not going to complain regardless of who ends up getting selected here. And I don't really know where to go from here or how to do it, but I will say just based on the presentations that we saw, that's the direction I would lean. But again, these are very tight for a reason. This is a game of inches. I think all 3 are really excellent. And frankly, I don't really want to drag our feet on this anymore. It's been a long time, and I'd like to see us moving forward on this in some capacity, whatever that looks like.
Okay, I'm kind of in this same boat as Commissioner Market and the mayor here because I just would like to understand the scoring a little better. And, now that we have these numbers in front of us, I can have some time to do that. So I'm looking at the 3 choices that we have is either accept, reject, or cancel.
Yes.
And so with 3 of us wanting to have more time to look at this, are we looking at canceling or are we looking at rejecting?
There's option D, which is postpone it to the next meeting until such time as we've had things to review.
Right, we can table it. So we can table the item. So I actually there's a OneDrive folder that I sent out to everyone on October 6th that had all the files in there. So I can resend that or maybe try to do it as attachments. The files are so large that we can't attach it to the email. So we sent this, several weeks ago, but we can postpone this. Our next meeting would be in November. I think we have to move it, but it'll be in November. So if you want to, bless you, we can table it again because we had tabled this prior. Bless you.
Yeah,
we can table it
after that, but I just think 1 extra month of just getting a better sense of.
Works for me.
Okay.
It works for me.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Thank you. So the consensus is to postpone.
Yes, we need a motion to table.
A motion to table would be appropriate, please.
I move to table to the next meeting.
Second.
Commissioner Carney?
Yes.
Commissioner Long?
Yes.
Chair Burns?
Yes.
Vice Chair Markert?
Yes.
And Deputy Vice Chair Casal?
She's gone. Okay. And so
we're going to vote yes for her. I'm just
there is no new business.
With a speech, I'm going to give her,
And so other business, Renee?
Yes, thank you. Well, the first thing I wanted to ask about, listening to city commission meetings, I know you amended the your rules for public comment to remove addresses. So I wanted to know if you wanted us to look at that as well for ours, because we have that in our bylaws and we typically follow what the city's doing. So I just wanted to ask about that.
Well, I would say that if we typically follow the city, that we should continue to do that way.
All right.
So-
I feel strongly that we should do that. I
Okay.
just think the safety reasons alone.
Okay, so on the next agenda, we'll have the bylaws updated to remove the address from our public comment request.
All right, thank you.
And a couple other things. So we had the Florida Redevelopment Association conference, huge success. This was actually the highest registrations. I think we were up to like 550 and down in Palm Beach County. So we're very excited to have that. I was president this year, so it was a great thing to highlight that during that term we had the highest registration. And thank you, Chair Burns, for attending, and I had a great time at that conference. So thank you, and to our staff. We brought our whole staff there. It was a really, really well attended conference and a lot of positive.
It was highest because Renee was hosting.
Well, she was the
You know.
president, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So,
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
we were so well represented.
The
We
new
were the magnets for
the
everything.
new president, and
Great.
she was
Well done.
hosting. So
Yes, we intentionally wanted to bring it down here when I was as president, and people were kind of hesitant because of the costs are higher in South Florida, but highest attendance, highest registration. So I think it all washed out. It was a success.
Well done.
It's great.
And next we have the Arts Warehouse Market on November 15th coming up from 10 to 3 p.m. And upcoming board meetings. So this is something I wanted to ask about, if you all are okay with rescheduling our November meeting to November 20th at 4 o'clock. The city has a meeting that ends at 4:30 on the 19th. So I think we reached out to some and got some responses, but I just wanted to bring it up here and for the public as well. We can get it from you later. I just wanted to mention that. But there is a conflict definitely on the 19th, so we will have to move the meeting.
Okay.
Okay. And then we'll have those tabled items and all these other things that we discussed before at that meeting on November 20th. And that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So comments by the board attorney?
I left my PowerPoint presentation at home.
Damn.
Next time.
Next meeting.
Well, we can wait till you go get it. Rob's got plenty of time.
Yeah, we'll kill some
He's not in the middle of anything.
Nothing to report, Madam Chair.
Thank you, thank you. Comments by the board? Mayor?
I have no comments.
Okay.
It was wonderful seeing the kids. I mean, I really,
Yeah.
truly, I paid attention to everything that they said. And
I'm going to give you a test.
No, I'm just look. I am the legacy garden group is ingrained in my fleshy portion of my heart and ear. But no, I think it's so great that they come up and do it, and it's important that they participate. It's just civic engagement. You always hear me talking about civic engagement. That's civic engagement in its purest form, and I think that's great.
Yeah.
That's all I want to say.
Well, I had the opportunity of going to Village Academy and speaking to that fifth grade group and the rest of their classmates about what we do up here. So it was great to see them to come and see it in the flesh. Commissioner Long, comments?
Yeah, just to reiterate how inspiring it was to see those young members of the Legacy Gardeners Club come in, and it really made it a special meeting. I think it kind of is a callback to the legacy of community engagement in Delray Beach. It was great hearing from Chuck and Yvonne Odom, and that was just really special. It is inspiring because when you think about kids these days, it's always like, oh, all it is look at their screens, and you hear all these kids coming and talking about gardening and engaging with the community. It's pretty unbelievable. So that was really, really cool. I won't say anything else about it because I know we can't talk about it. So anyway, another quick thing. Did we ever hear back from the school district on the? I know we'd sent a letter to see if there was any interest in that property.
Yes, I was actually going to send an email to you all, but I could just share now. So yes, the property is still there. They would want appraised value, which is what they wanted before.
Great.
So if that's something of interest, I'm going to send an email because I also wanted to look into the zoning because it's single family around.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that would work. So I was actually going to ask Development Services and then email everyone. So
Interesting.
I can do
Okay.
that before the next board meeting. But the last appraisal was for $18.4 million.
Okay, 18.4.
Well, that's promising. It's the
Well-
first time we've gotten
Well, they've
least a
wanted
ray of
it.
hope.
Yeah, they've wanted the appraised value. I think there may have been opportunities to negotiate in prior years, but I think the direction that they're looking at now is they would want appraised.
Okay. So, along those lines, and I keep seeing other of our neighboring CRAs, making some pretty large efforts in spending some funds to acquire or to sell land rather, or to acquire land for affordable housing. I'd love to still revisit the idea of analyzing that property on Artist Alley to see if the seller is maybe willing to go with a lower number, since now we're maybe going to consider appraising something in the 18 range. Maybe that seller's willing to come down to something closer in that range. Maybe there's some opportunities for partnership there. I just think that maybe it's worth revisiting, just doing an analysis of it. Again, I'll probably be long gone by the time you guys get anything actionable back. I would just love, since we're analyzing this property for affordable housing, I'd love to see us kind of considering that option as well. And then you have several different things to analyze. Maybe the price points are similar, and maybe there's something actionable that we can do there. Again, I just see a lot of communities around us that are making some headway on this affordable housing issue, and I'd like to see us really just considering all options at this point.
Yeah.
Is that something that we could get consensus to just take a look at? Are you guys willing to?
What does an analysis require? What does that entail?
Do you want me to just ask him if he's willing to go lower than appraised?
I think speaking with the property owner, and then
Okay.
if there's a reasonable rate there, maybe just analyzing sort of what sort of density could be accomplished there, how many units
That
actually
was the
could.
big issue. We didn't know what they could build there.
That was the issue. We didn't know we were looking at price per unit, and we never really got to that point. And I think that's critical because
there are
that's
density bonuses against the railroad tracks that you got. I mean,
Exactly.
There's
I mean, there's live local is sort of an option there too, but like I'd love to just see what the options are there. You know, maybe it doesn't work. Maybe it doesn't
Knowing
work.
options never hurt anything.
That's how I see it.
So why don't we put this on the agenda to talk about it? Because we might have to hire a consultant to do that, and just
Okay.
if we need to spend a little bit of money, we have continuing consultants on contract. So if we want to put it on as an agenda item so that everyone's here to talk about it, and then we can look at Plumosa. We weren't planning to reappraise or do anything with it. I was
Yeah.
going to just email everyone and see. Plumosa is the 10 acres, so that's why the numbers, depending on what you could do there, it's a substantial amount of land. So
have we been? I mean, we have the school board property, which I think is a great. I mean, again, I don't know what you can build there in this thing. I mean, that's not. Fortunately, that's going to be. We've got to figure that out too. They got this one. Are there any others that have come to us with saying we have an idea for moderate income housing, and that we don't?
At the time we were discussing the Artist Alley, where there were other parcels, the one on Federal, I think that
Federal's not
Cassell
gonna work.
brought up. So,
But there was one with. Am I right? Brian Rosen had a property.
yeah.
that
Oh
He has
yeah,
Osceola
that
Swan.
one. Yeah.
Brian Rosen
Swan.
had one he talked about south of Atlantic, also I think on the railroad
he
tracks. Is that
has
right?
the Swan. Yes, so
The Swan
that's
property.
yes,
You're right.
that was
And we
over
have-
20
we have-
million as
so
well.
That's three kind of projects out there
That's probably worth
seem to
looking at
have-
too. You're right. Yeah.
I'm not choosing. I mean, I don't know
Absolutely.
which
Right,
one.
no,
I mean,
options are-
If I had the money, I'd do everything. But I mean,
Me too.
Just since we kind of
We do.
reopened
We'll
the
bring 'em
door,
all, yeah.
I think it's time that we kind of look at.
So
I think
ours,
the Swan property is a good call.
So Artist Alley, Pomosa,
I
and
don't know anything about it. I
Swan.
just remember the discussion.
Right.
I mean, that one's already entitled.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen,
that was an offer.
I think at the time we were discussing buying these high number lots, they sent an email just saying, hey, well, if you're considering
Yeah.
it, throw us in too, because we have.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
They had, right, but it was at the
Was
tail
it?
end when we kind of stopped that conversation. So we can bring all three, so it's Artist Alley, Plumosa, and Swan, and just have a discussion about all of them.
That's cool.
All right.
That's great. Yep.
Perfect.
Are you?
And
That's
then
all
we
I
need
got.
to- Then we need to actually sell some of the real estate we own so we can pay for it.
Well, we're gonna have to figure that out too.
That's
That's gonna be the next
I was
question.
throwing out when DJ and I were there
Where's that?
when this was purchased.
We need money.
So
We're gonna have to find some.
Okay. Commissioner.
Hi,
Walker.
just real quick, I also want to congratulate the kids that got up there today. I mean, my heart kind of sank. Like, I couldn't have done that I could not have done that as a fifth grader. George Long is nodding his head back there. He couldn't have done it either. So, not even today I couldn't do it, but they were amazing. I also want to thank the teachers. There's some prep time that went in there. Come on now.
Yeah.
And we got to thank those teachers that probably did a lot of work after school with those kids, and God love those kids for staying after school to work on this. I mean, that was kind of a shining moment for our community.
They
So
did you
I-
proud. I'm
yeah,
confident.
but I don't want to forget the teachers, because amazing that you were able to do that. Like I said, I couldn't have done it, and George never could have done it. I mean,
Yeah.
No, I saw him. I saw Mr. Long out. It was about 2 years ago. With some contraption, You were trying to cull some of the tree in the garden next to the CRA building. You were out there doing pruning and stuff like that. I've seen him actually agriculturally engaged. So I mean, yes, he could do it.
And you remember?
I got to
this
see
2
the
years
video
ago.
footage, Mayor. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I wish I'd had I had a BlackBerry then, so I couldn't take any pictures. But I'm just telling you.
Did you? Is that all?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I just have, I asked that we have this educational spotlight at the commission meetings, but this is exactly what there are great things going on in our schools, and we get this bad rap with these grades and testing, but there's some great things going on in the schools, and I think that we should highlight it as much as we can, so proud of them. But I wanted to find out about the quiet, what is it?
Cone of silence.
Cone of silence.
Yes, ma'am.
So how do we handle that issue, that subject
So we'll have to
going
address
forward?
it administratively, because you can't talk about it. We have to either accept or reject the proposal.
Yep. What is
So,
it, 30
but-
days?
30 days, yeah. So there's a process in the unsolicited proposal process
Okay.
that we have to go through administratively first before it would
Okay,
even come
I see. Okay.
potentially here.
When that's, I mean, I've never quite understood you. So you have 30 days to look at what they've said, which is to buy this piece of property for purpose of doing a garden. That much we got. But at the end
no.
of the,
Let's make it generic, please.
Make it
To
generic.
do
Okay.
He's
something.
asking
The
about
process.
the process is
He's
okay.
trying to
Please.
Let's
understand
not say the
process.
specifics of
So
the
at the end of
problem.
the process, they
Yes,
make
sir.
this request. So at the end of the
A
process,
proposal comes in.
right. Right. A proposal comes in.
Yes, sir.
You have 30 days to review it.
Correct.
You then reject it or accept it.
Correct.
Well, if rejecting is easy, what happens if you accept it? Then it comes to an agenda item?
Then we
just trying to get what's the next
can
step is.
engage in negotiations.
I
See
got
if
you.
So it doesn't
Administratively.
have to come to.
It does. We also have to issue a notice of asking for competing proposals.
Okay.
That's what
So
I
we
wanted to
still
know,
have to
because
do
because
a
it's
public
land.
process.
That's why
Yes.
what I'm trying to see, is there a,
Yes.
a next step with,
yes.
Yes. I can call everyone
Widen
to go
the net.
over
Okay.
everything.
Okay.
Processes generally, yes, but
yeah, the proposals, I'm not, the proposals.
This is
I
a
don't care
city
about the proposal. I
procedure
wanna
that
know
we're
the
discussing.
procedure.
Right.
right, it's a
Right.
city, yes,
I
we
understand
follow
the
the city's
procedure.
process,
Thank you.
exactly.
Okay, we're going to follow the procedure. We're just
Yes.
trying to get it right. Okay.
Wanna
All
know
right.
what
Thank
it
you.
is.
All right. Thank you. All right. And that is all that I have. And so thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And the